7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm
like, well, holy shit, that was crazy.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to season finale of the Moto Aftermath Show presented by TLR Coatings here. We are wrapping up Las Vegas and the Supercross season. Not a lot happened, so it's probably going to be a pretty short show, to be real honest with you. But anyway, before we get started, let's jump in boring paperwork stuff. Please subscribe. We are continually actually getting more subscribers.
It's good.
I mean, it's slow. We're not going fast, but we're getting there.
Maybe that's making up for the views, just kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so please subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe. We could really use it. If you want to follow us on Facebook, I am not doing the preview shows for the races for the outdoor season.
It's too hard. There's
too much going on in the summer up here. We only get a few months, and I don't have time to sit in front of a camera here for that. So the preview shows are going to be a Supercross only thing, so they won't be for the outdoors. The outdoors, we will just be doing these wrap-up shows like this. But we will put other content on there.
Like Travis riding.
Me riding. Some dude called me Marv today.
I saw that and I'm like, yeah, no.
I didn't get the reference.
No,
I don't understand. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask because I
mean, you're older than him, maybe. I mean, that is, I don't know. You're not French.
I thought we were the same age.
No, dude, he's my age.
He's 28?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Well, all right.
Anyway, follow me on Instagram, posting some more moto stuff because it is the outdoor time and I can ride more. If you do want to support the channel monetary-wise, Amazon links down below. Please click those. Go to Amazon, buy whatever. You just have to follow the link through there to take you to Amazon, and we get a small slice of that. You can support us on Patreon by donating on there. We still only have the one patron, but thank you. We appreciate it. And you can also go to Teespring and buy t-shirts, and for the 4 people who bought t-shirts, we appreciate it. Speaking of t-shirts, I did not change my shirt.
I noticed.
I have a dirty white tee on from working. This is great. So anyway, those are the ways you can support us. Let's talk. Let's talk.
It's a long night, guys.
It was what was the word Plessinger used?
Oh, what was it? Outstandable.
Outstandable.
Outstandable. It was outstandable.
It was an outstandable track.
It was standable.
It was a typical Vegas track. It was hard and slick. Any other comments?
It was boring.
Okay, great. Moving on to 450s. Okay, 450s, animal crackers are back and almost gone, and I have changed my shirt.
Good.
During the break.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's got Ryan Dungey on it, but you know.
It's a Loretta shirt, dude.
Which is weird. It's only because it's orange.
It's fine. Anyway, what did you think of the 450 race?
Well, first off, I want to say congratulations, Jason Anderson. We both look stupid because we thought he maybe was going to win 2 races this year. And
he won 4 and
it wasn't
the title.
But we definitely didn't think he'd be even close. So congratulations, Jason Anderson. You deserved it.
We're clapping off, even though Steve Mathis hates it, we're clapping.
You rode good. I mean, he did what he did. You know, we knew that he wasn't going to go out there and push it. He had to get 10th or better if Marv won. He got into 5th, and he literally just rode around and settled in early. And, I mean, we had some action going on in the front with Marv and Eli, and they were pacing each other. You know, it was a yo-yo effect. Marv would close, Eli would pull out, Marv would close. You know, Eli started preloading and doubling or tagging the top of that fucking, you know, speed signal into the coming out of the stadium.
Hashtag James Stewart.
Hashtag James Stewart style. And then they got into lappers, and we obviously didn't see it for whatever reason. I don't know if it was in the whoops, whatever. Marv got stuck.
Yep.
Dropped like 3 seconds, and then you could tell after that, with the way that they were going yo-yoing and back and forth, he wasn't going to be able to make up the time. But I still think, I'm not saying Marv would have won because I think the track was so one line and everybody would just conform to the same thing. Unless Marv was going to pull another Foxborough, he might have been right on his rear wheel into the finish.
Which I kind of was waiting for.
Well, me too.
To be real honest, I was waiting.
And there was a couple times he had a clean shot at him before the finish, and he just, you know, he checked up early and stayed tight underneath. And I mean, I think it would have gone down to the finish, but the fact that Eli, the only way he was going to lose is if Eli made a big mistake because there was just nowhere to really separate those guys. You know, Eli had from after that speed single, or I guess you could say doubling over the speed single to the whoop style, and Marv pretty much had everything else.
Yeah.
So, not a lot going on. Blake Baggett got a quiet third yet again.
Yeah, which is good because that's what 3 podiums to end the year, so that's a good ending to the year for him.
Once again, is a good thing going into outdoors. It looks like that wrist is not that big of an issue, but I don't know if you've heard. It sounds like for the last month, he's literally only rode Supercross on the weekends and just rode outdoors.
Yes, I did hear that also.
Which is funny to me because, you know, I mean, I know it's a depleted field, but yet he doesn't ride Supercross and he gets on the box.
Yeah. So.
And Christian Craig with a good 4th place to round out the year.
Yeah.
Shout out to Benny Bloss, 6th.
Yeah,
good for him.
Benny ran up front for a lot of it. Yep, so that was good.
Did you think Dean Wilson was going to try to tee up Weston after Weston got around him at all? After everything that happened last weekend?
I wasn't even paying attention to that, to be real honest.
Well, they only showed like 2 laps of it. I was just thinking, I was like, oh, Weston, don't leave the door open. I was thinking that left 90 after the triple that Dino was just going to run in on his front end as payback, but
dude,
he never got close enough.
How about that whole shot Tomac pulled in the heat race and then just blew the shit out of it? A went way wide and then Barsha just runs him off. And I'm just like, wow, really? You had 4 bike lengths on everyone. He was like a rocket. That was a la Michael Alesi's start. It really was. I'm like watching it going, holy shit.
Well, I think basically what happened is that...
Nitrous. That's what happened.
He literally...
Nitrous.
There wasn't even a rut for me because it was so hard, but it was literally the transition from hard to loose, and I think his front end just got caught in the loose and it just kept drifting.
Yep.
But,
well,
even though you're not...
He missed his braking point.
Oh, he missed his braking point.
Slow-mo, he's just locked.
And then that made it worse because he was tracking on the outside shoulder, and then the front end, you could just see it slowly start to fade out. But how about that whole entire time? And I know what Marv was trying to do, but in that left-hander before the roller section, when Marv literally would try to square up at the apex and straighten out early, like... You're sitting there watching and you're like, dude, you're smarter than that. You're literally losing a 2/10 every time you try to do that. And I get what he was doing. There was no rut there, and he would just try to, you know, pivot early and just straighten out and get a good drive through the rollers. But I'm like, dude, it's just literally, there's no traction there. Every time you would do that, the back end would just slowly start skating out. And I'm like, come on, man, you're smarter than that.
Yep.
But, I mean, it was pretty uneventful aside from what was going on at the front for, what, 12 laps or whatever it was. So.
All right, so big question. Does Jason Anderson repeat next year?
You know, with the way he won it and his ability to finally figure out how to control his mental side of things, I think if anybody thinks that he's not the favorite next year, unless he's coming in hurt, you're fooling yourself. I mean, I know that we have more questions this year than answers because everybody said, oh, this is a Dungey-esque performance. But he won when everybody was there, so I don't call it a Dungey. No disrespect to Ryan, but people on the show know how we feel about Ryan Dungey. He won when everybody was there. He beat Tomac, he beat Marv, he beat Kenny, he beat, you know, Barsha, he beat everybody. I think you got to have him as the favorite unless he's hurt. I mean, dude, the way he won a way that you can continually do it. Now, if he would have went out and won, you know, Eli Tomac style and won the championship that way, that's hard to duplicate. But he won by being consistent. And what has this 450 class proven? It's not consistent. I mean... What? You're going to go in saying, oh, Eli and Kenny. Well, look how well that worked out for all of us that predicted either Eli or Kenny was going to win the championship. And Marv, I mean, Marv looked good at the end of the season, but once again, he still makes those boneheaded mistakes. So I'm probably going to have to say, yeah, I would think he would be the favorite, don't you?
Yeah, I would have to say so. I mean, I know when we get to the preview show for next year, I'm going to be like, Kenny's going to win it or Eli's going to win it. But it's hard to argue with the way that he put it all together.
Yeah, and I mean, now if he would have won the way Dunge did last year, where he was clearly not even close to the fastest, and only won 2 races, then you'd be like, oh, okay, I'd be a little bit hesitant. But I mean, dude, he won the way that you can continue to win championships. Yep. And it's not like on his on days, he's not one of the fastest guys. Like, he is. He's proven that. So I think you got to have him as a favorite next year.
Yeah.
I think the only people that are not are the guys that don't like him.
But it'll be a little more interesting to see if next year, if we get someone who's closer for more of the year, if we don't get second place crashing out and being out at 3 weeks in a row.
Well, and also Aaron Plessinger and Zach Osborne are moving to the 450 class. I'm not saying they're going to jump in and be title contenders, but let's be real, those guys are going to they're going to be good.
Yep.
They'll probably, you know, I know that we talked about this, but they'll be fighting for podiums.
Yep.
So I don't know. I just got to say congratulations. I definitely didn't see it coming. I don't think anybody did other than maybe Bobby Hewitt and, you know,
Jason Anderson.
Jason Anderson. I mean, he bet on himself. He bet on himself, and guess what? I know he just signed a contract, but he's getting fat bonus money right now.
Oh, yeah.
And outdoors is going to be shit.
Yeah, just forewarning. So anyway, All right, cool. That was a good 450 wrap up. Let's move to 250. Okay, 250s. AC gets his first win of the year. Who called that one, buddy?
Just like last year.
Who called that?
Just like last year.
I called it, though.
No, I mean,
I did say that. I was right about something this year.
He rode good.
AC's going to win Vegas. AC won Vegas.
He did.
He did. And now we're going to cry a little bit because he's not going outdoors. He has a knee injury.
Yes, I imagine most of you watching this show probably already know that. And unfortunately, it's all due to the fact of your new boy, Zach Osborne.
Dude, he's a 3-time title guy now. I don't give a shit what he does.
Oh, come on.
He's about to be a 4-time
okay, we're going to get into that. Don't be so... Hey, you know what? This season was hard for him, and...
That means he's going to have more titles than Coop going into the 450 class. How's that going to make you feel?
How'd that make Coop feel? How's his 450 career going so far?
Yeah, this is also true.
But
we'll see.
Congratulations to Zach Osborne. 2 titles in a row, or 2 years in a row. 3rd championship in 2 years. Congratulations to Aaron Plessinger for your first
Getting the monkey off your back there, buddy.
Yes, which is a good thing going...
Oh, you didn't watch the press conference. He had this Trojan helmet thing on that he said his truck driver had the truck. And so he just took it. Because Daniel's literally like, what's with the Trojan helmet and flip-flops? He goes, well, the helmet was in the truck, and I just thought I'd wear it, and flip-flops are comfy.
I think about the only really exciting thing going on there last night was when he decided to try and toss that championship away by high-siding the rollers.
Almost.
And I'm just like, oh God, my heart skipped a beat a little bit.
Mine
I was like, oh shit.
If I'd had my monitor on, probably would have gone to $1.85.
I was like, here we go again. 2 years in a row, the title points leader is going to lose the championship because of something dumb.
And I was so torn because, like I said, I'm a huge AC guy. Yep. AC's like my dude 250s. But I like AP a lot, too. So it's like,
And let's be real, AP has been the best guy pretty much the entire year on the West Coast. I mean, you know, he's won the most. He's been the most consistent other than, what it was, at San Diego when he went down to the whoops or whatever. Yep. So, I mean, congratulations to them. Good on them. It was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, there wasn't really a lot that happened.
No, that race was very boring.
Although, apparently J. Martin and Joey got into it on literally the last lap, I think, before the finish.
Shocker.
Yeah, because they went from being like 4 or 5 seconds back to 11 and 13. So I don't know if Joey just like teed him up and said, fuck you, J. Mart, but... yeah, I don't know. That was a little interesting.
Well, did you like it too? Zach almost tried to pull the same thing as last year because he was like last going in. Like I watched the start and he got shouldered quick, really quick. Like they weren't that far out the gate, and I was like, oh no.
But once again, the chances of him, I mean, he could have gotten the top 10. But how about Jordan Smith?
Yeah,
I'm like confused with him. I don't know. Like it seems like I know that he won Daytona. You know that was unexpected. Had a very up and down season. Probably just like J Mark could have been a little bit closer had his first 2 rounds gone a little bit better. But it seems like 2 years in a row now, the last 3 rounds, he just decides to pull his head out of his ass and really start charging forward. But yeah, it was and McElrath 3rd place. You know, Joey got 4th, J Mark got 5th. Not really. I mean, typical Vegas. Not a lot really going on because the titles were pretty much up. You know, they weren't up for grabs.
Yeah. So, well. And your boy Savacci's going to the 450s without a title.
It's okay.
Because, let's face it, he ain't winning outdoors. He isn't.
I have him...
Unless everyone else gets hurt, he's not winning outdoors.
I would probably say he would have one of the best chances to win outdoors.
No. You think he's beating Jeremy Martin... Yeah, we won't get too far. You think he's beating Jeremy Martin and Zach Osborne?
He had the 2nd most wins last year before he got hurt. I mean, it's kind of like a J-Mark case this year. He struggled at the beginning of the season, then when he finally put it together, it was too late. I mean, let's be real. If he would have rode like that at the beginning of the season, he would have been the closest guy to Zacho. I'm not saying he would have won it, because he still would have got hurt at Budds Creek, but it wouldn't have been no whatever he won over AC, like 55 points. It probably would have been in the single digits, because he had just as many wins, or not wins, he had just as many overalls as J-Mart and AC combined. So, I mean...
Okay.
Hey, it's facts. Zacho won. Joey had the 2nd most wins.
Alright, whatever. We'll get more into that when we do the 250 outdoor show. So, anything else 250s for Vegas here? Anything else for Vegas, period? I don't have anything. It was kind of boring. I almost fell asleep like twice.
Sexton ended up 9th, right? Or 6th? Sexton ended up 6th?
I think he was 6th. He was in 6th.
Yeah, because Zacho got 7th and AP got 8th. Yeah.
We should really have this written down.
Well, I mean, it's the last race of the year, and there was not a lot of, implications going on.
So, but he did win Rookie of the Year. I saw that.
Well, I mean, it was well-deserved.
I know. There wasn't a question there.
Although, Brendan Hartraff definitely surprised a lot of people, I will say that.
He did surprise a lot of people, but he rode like shit last night.
Yeah, I think he got 9th or 10th.
Well, he had to go through the LCQ, too, and everything, so...
Yeah.
And he was not very uppity in the LCQ.
He'll be fast out. He'll be fast outdoors.
So, okay, cool. So that wraps up our Supercross season review here for the 2018 Monster Energy Supercross season on the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings. And we appreciate everyone watching.
Thank you.
So we are going to start filming the outdoor shows here. So look for those the next couple of weeks. I think I'm just going to debut them normally. 450s will be first, 250s will be second, because we have a couple things still to look up here at the 250s. But the 450s are mostly set for outdoors.
And 250s are going to be a long one.
And 250s is going to be a long show because there's a lot of good guys there. 450s will be shorter.
Yeah, there's like 30 guys and 250 people.
So anyway, please subscribe. Follow us on here. Follow us on Facebook. Amazon links.
Thank you for another year.
Teespring. Another great season. We're out. We will see you guys for the outdoor preview.